Myself, Professor Pawar VK from Department of Geography, J.A.T Art, Science and Commerce College for Women, Malegaon. On behalf of this video presentation, I welcome you all. Dear students, today we'll deal with the topic local winds. The winds that originate from local temperature and pressure differences are known as local winds. They usually affect small areas and are confined to the lower levels of the atmosphere. Several winds of this type are of local importance. Today we will see some of the local winds in details. Number one is the mountain and valley winds. These winds blow in mountainous areas and they undergo a daily reversal. The mountain winds or the mountain breezes, these breezes or winds blow from the mountain tops to the valley bottoms or floors during nights. During the nights, the mountain sides radiate heat and become cool. The air coming in contact with these sides becomes cool. This cool, dense air that blows towards the valleys and lowlands is known as the mountain breezes or mountain winds. The mountain winds are responsible for the inversion of temperature and the formation of fog in the valleys. Second one is valley breezes or valley winds. These breezes blow from the valleys to the mountain tops during the day. During the day, the air in close contact with the mountain slopes and the valley floors gets heated, become light and blows up the mountain slopes. This air is known as the valley breezes or valley winds. Now, second is FOHN and CHINOOK winds. The FOHN winds are like the CHINOOK winds. They blow along the northern slopes of the Alps towards the European plains. These are warm, dry winds and blow in winter and spring. These winds ascend the slopes of the Alps and in their upward journey they become cooler. They drop their moisture in the form of rainfall along the windward slopes and the mountain tops. When rainfall occurs, the latent heat of the vapor is released into the atmosphere and hence the temperature of the air suddenly rises by 7 degrees Celsius to 10 degrees Celsius. The air becomes warm and dry and it descends down along the northern slopes of the Alps towards the plains of Europe. These areas are warm. Descending winds are known as the FOHN and are responsible for the earlier melting of snow on the mountain slopes than the other areas. Locally, FOHN winds are important because the rearing of animals is a major activity in these areas over which they blow. Due to these warm winds, the snow melts and the pastures for cattle rearing are made available earlier. Now we'll see the second type of winds, that is the CHINOOK winds. These winds blow along the eastern slopes of the Rockies towards the prairie plains of North America. These are warm, dry winds and blow in winter and spring. The meaning of CHINOOK is snow eater. The winds that blow from the Pacific Ocean towards the east meet the Rockies and in their upward journey they become cooler. They drop their moisture in the form of rainfall along the windward slopes and the mountain tops. When the rainfall occurs, the latent heat of the vapor is released into the atmosphere, and hence the temperature of air suddenly rises by 7 degrees Celsius to 10 degrees Celsius. The air becomes warm and dry and descends along the eastern slopes of the Rockies towards the prairies. These warm descending winds are known as CHINOOK and are responsible for the earlier melting of snow in winter and spring than the other areas. Locally, the CHINOOK winds are important because rearing of animals is a major activity in the areas over which they blow. Due to these warm winds, the snow melts and the pastures for cattle rearing are available earlier.